How's everybody doing today? Today we're going to be talking about the Renaissance. Now, when most people hear that word, they automatically think of fancy paintings, cool sculptures, a time where Europe was, quote-unquote, waking up to all these big ideas in art, science, and philosophy. And yeah, I'm getting into it very quick because we have no time to waste here. And yeah, that's true. But there's also a whole side of history that gets left out of that story on purpose. See, the Renaissance was about rediscovering knowledge, right? But a lot of that knowledge wasn't actually lost. It was taken from not just African, but African, Middle Eastern, and Asian cultures. And while Europe was celebrating its rebirth, a lot of Black history was being burnt down, buried, and erased. Think about it. Think about ancient African empires like Mali, Shanghai, Kemet, what we now call Egypt. These places have massive libraries, universities, scholars, way before Europe's Renaissance. Timbuktu, for example, had one of the greatest centers of learning in the world, full of books on math, medicine, astronomy, science, geology, you name it. But during the Renaissance era, a lot of these places were attacked, their knowledge stolen or burned, and their history pushed to the side and buried. Now think about it, right? While the Renaissance is often painted as this time of new ideas and new revelations, many of those ideas weren't new at all. They were just being repackaged, resold, and the contributions of Black and African civilizations were being ignored and burned and killed completely. And here's why this matters. Just listen to me. When we only hear one version of history, we miss out on the full picture. And this is done often and still done to this day. Black excellence didn't just start with slavery. It existed long before that in ways that shaped the entire world to this day. So when we talk about the Renaissance, we have to ask ourselves, whose story is really being told and whose story is being erased? My name previously was Stretch, Love Black. But now I wanted to rebrand myself as Karbon Light Visions so that way I could come as someone you could relate to, a young mind who's not just speaking from a place of hierarchy or adultship or mentorship. I'm here to make sure that you guys don't speak and live in ignorance anymore, because it's very important that our generation know these things, because we are the future. We are the light that's meant to shine after theirs. In a few years, a lot of your elders will be gone, and those same elders that were there will be us. And we cannot teach our children or the youth or generations to come in ignorance. It is imperative that we know this information. So when you speak about the Renaissance, speak the truth. Once again, ask yourself, whose story is being told and whose story is being erased? Peace, love, light.